Hey everyone, welcome to an interesting topic from Study Clips Library. In this video, I would cover 9 interesting chapters related to real-life application of probability and statistics. Ever wondered how scientists test new medicines or how companies know what products people will buy? The answer is statistics. Statistics is a type of math that helps us collect, organize, and understand information, which we call data. Data is all around us, from your favorite cricket team's scores to how many people live in Hyderabad. Now you might be thinking, math? That sounds hard. But don't worry, statistics isn't about memorizing formulas. It's about understanding the stories that numbers tell. It's about using logic to understand the world. Imagine trying to understand your favorite cricket team by watching just one match. You wouldn't really know how good they are, right? You'd need to watch many matches against different teams to get the full picture. That's what statistics does. It helps us see the big picture by looking at information from different places and finding patterns. By learning statistics, you're not just learning about numbers, you're learning how to think clearly and make smart choices. It's like having a superpower that helps you understand the world better. Let's talk about chance and probability. Probability is a big part of statistics. It helps us understand how likely something is to happen. Imagine flipping a coin. There are 2 possibilities, heads or tails. The probability of getting heads is 1/2 or 50%. This means if you flip the coin many times, you'll get heads about half the time. Now let's roll a dice. A normal dice has 6 sides, numbered 1 to 6. The probability of rolling any number, like a 3, is 1/6. That's because there's only one way to roll a 3 out of 6 possible numbers. What about real life? Let's say you hear there's a 70% chance of rain tomorrow. This doesn't mean it will rain for 70% of the day. It means based on past weather and what's happening now, it's likely to rain sometime during the day. Understanding probability helps us make better choices. For example, if there's a high chance of rain, you might want to grab an umbrella before you go out. Data is everywhere, but a big list of numbers can be hard to understand. That's where charts and graphs come in. We use them to see the data and understand it better. One common chart is a bar graph. Bar graphs use bars of different heights to show different types of data. For example, you could use a bar graph to show the favorite biryani types in your class. Another useful tool is a pie chart. Pie charts are circles cut into slices, where each slice shows a part of the whole. They're great for showing percentages. For example, you could use a pie chart to show how you spend your day. Seeing data in charts and graphs helps us find trends and patterns that we might miss just looking at numbers. It's like putting on glasses that help us see the story hidden in the numbers. Imagine measuring the heights of everyone in your school. If you put this data on a graph, you'd see a pattern. Some heights would be more common, creating a shape. This shape is called a data distribution. One common type is the normal distribution, also called the bell curve. In a normal distribution, the data is symmetrical, with most values in the middle and fewer at the ends. Think of a bell. The top shows the most common value. Understanding distributions is important for making good guesses about a large group based on a small group. For example, if you know the shoe sizes people wear in Hyderabad, you can estimate what sizes a new shoe shop should stock. By understanding the shape of the data, we understand its story better and can make smarter conclusions. Section 5. Meeting in the middle, mean, median, and mode. Let's talk about averages. You probably already know how to find the average of some numbers. But did you know there are different types of averages? The 3 most common are the mean, median, and mode. The mean is the usual average. You add up all the numbers and divide by how many numbers there are. Think of sharing a box of sweets equally among friends. The median is the middle value when the numbers are in order. Put the numbers from smallest to largest. If there's an odd number of values, the median is the middle one. If it's even, the median is the average of the 2 middle numbers. The mode is the number that shows up most often. For example, if you have test scores and 85 shows up most, 85 is the mode. Each average tells us something different. The mean can change a lot if there are very high or low numbers, while the median doesn't. The mode shows the most common value but doesn't tell us much about the other numbers. Section 6. Spreading the word. Measuring data variability. Imagine 2 bags of sweets. Both have the same average number of sweets, but one bag has many more different kinds of sweets. This spread of data is called variability. One way to measure variability is the range. The range is the difference between the highest and lowest values. But the range can be tricky if there are outliers, which are values much higher or lower than the others. A better measure is the interquartile range, or IQR. The IQR is the range of the middle 50% of the data. Understanding variability helps us understand how spread out the data is and how much each value differs from the average. Section 7. Connections and correlations unveiling relationships in data. Ever notice that when it's hotter, people eat more ice cream? This is a correlation. Correlation describes how 2 things are related. A positive correlation means that as one thing increases, the other tends to increase too. A negative correlation means as one thing increases, the other tends to decrease. For example, there's a negative correlation between time watching TV and time studying. Remember, correlation doesn't mean one thing causes the other. Just because 2 things are related doesn't mean one makes the other happen. For example, there might be a correlation between the number of firefighters at a fire and the damage caused. But this doesn't mean more firefighters cause more damage. Understanding correlations helps us see patterns and make guesses. But correlation doesn't mean causation. We need more information to say one thing causes another. Section 8. Sampling the world, gathering reliable data. Imagine you want to know the favorite music of all teenagers in India. It's impossible to ask everyone. Instead, you could ask a smaller group of teenagers that represents all teenagers. This smaller group is called a sample. Sampling is choosing a small group from a big group to learn about the big group. It's like tasting a bit of curry to know the flavor of the whole pot. For a sample to be good, it needs to be random. Random sampling means everyone has an equal chance of being chosen. By carefully choosing a good sample, we can get reliable data and make good guesses about everyone. Section 9. Beyond the numbers. Using statistics to make informed decisions. Statistics is more than just numbers. It's a powerful tool to understand our world. By collecting, organizing, and understanding data, we can make smart choices. Think about healthcare. Doctors use statistics to see if new treatments work. Public health officials track diseases and use statistics to predict and stop them from spreading. Businesses use statistics to understand what people want to buy and make decisions about products and advertising. Investors use statistics to make decisions about money. The uses of statistics are endless. By using statistics, we can think critically, solve problems, and make smart choices. We do hope you found this video interesting. For more educational content, subscribe to studyclipslibrary.com.